Yo, it's your boy DMac, and welcome back to another episode of Palworld. That's right, today is kind of a transition day. It's our first day back since our, kind of humiliating defeat by the new raid boss. We certainly were not ready. I think we're close, but there was a couple of key things that we were not prepared on. And that is what we're going to be going over today. I'm close. I'm super close to being ready, but not quite yet. One of the biggest issues that I was having was that we did not have all of our pals fully, not condensed, but where does it show it? The essence, the souls. We did not have them fully sold up. And that is the main thing that I'm working on right now, including getting a few more condensed pals and a couple of other bits and bobs that we have to work on. And that's going to be kind of the topic of today's video, since it's going to take a little time. Not quite ready yet, but we're getting close. And I gotta thank you guys. Thank you so very much for all the amazing advice that you gave me in the comments, things that I could have done better, things I can improve on, and answering a couple of questions I had. And this is probably the most important thing there is. What is the best way to get pal souls? Yes, up until now, I had always been going and just getting these, looting them from chests. Sometimes pals would drop them, things along those lines. Well, there is a much more efficient way, and this is something I've kind of overlooked my entire time playing Palworld, and that is the value in actually butchering your pals. Yeah, it's kind of a sad thing. It's kind of, creepy, what have you, but it is so OP. I cannot believe it. And in the last update, there's this new item, this new structure that was added, and that is the PAL disassembly conveyor. This, of course, just makes it so it's, I guess you could say, a more humane way in butchering your pals. You feel a little bit better about it, but let's put all that aside. It is insanely OP, and I have to thank you guys so very much for showing me this method, because I guess this is kind of the meta for being able to get pal souls, because that is something, it's difficult. It's very time-consuming to do. Well, apparently, a couple of pals, every pal has different drop items, and more or less you can know what they're going to drop based on when you battle them in the wild. To know what they drop. So, for instance, the cows, they're going to drop the steaks, of course, and they're going to drop milk. Well, that's also another super helpful thing that we're going to be doing for today to make sure that I have loads of those cheeseburgers, because those give the boost, 20% boost in attack, which is something I had not yet done. Well, there's other pals that can actually be disassembled. We'll call it disassembled. It sounds much better that way. Disassembled for souls. I'm sure there's more than one, but the one that was recommended to me and the one that I have loads of is Anubis. Anubis, if you disassemble him, let's go ahead and start putting him in. Now, this thing is a little annoying. I can't spam right click to put him in. But let's just have a look-see. So all these Anubis, if I go and I throw them in, check that out. I'm getting bones and large pal souls. Large pal souls are, it's the best you can get, basically. Super useful, and we're getting 2 per egg. Per Anubis we're disassembling. Then also, if I disassemble the alphas, look what else I get. Yeah, ancient civilization parts and precious entrails. But also, this is kind of cool. I don't know if you noticed, we actually got it from a normal one. I had thought up to this moment it was only on the alphas that had a chance, but it seems like there's also rare drops, and there's a rare chance of getting these tech manuals, which give you 2 if you're having issues getting everything unlocked. They give you 2 technology points, and I have got enough of those to pretty much unlock everything. I've got a few more things that aren't super important, but I've been able to unlock absolutely like everything because of disassembling the Anubis. So that's another cool bonus, another cool extra. But I pretty much converted my my breeding farms to exclusively, with a few exceptions, exclusively right now do Anubis. And I've been at this for a while now. There's a lot of pals that I have to get their souls up to max. But I've been doing this for a while. I wish I knew about this sooner, because I would have been doing this for a long time. But we're going to be able to, with time, and of course, the more breeding farms that you have, the faster it's going to go. But I'm going to be able to max out all my souls, and this is probably the fastest way to do it. It is a little pricey. It is a little expensive to do, but that's why it's very important. Most of the most OP things in this game have to do with breeding. If you want to excel, especially at the raid bosses, you really kind of need to do breeding. There's a couple of things that, you know, items and whatnot, which of course you don't need breeding for to get, but in the blueprints, breeding isn't going to get you. But to get the most overpowered pals, you have to breed. You have to breed, and then condense your guys as well, which is super important. So, very cool. In any case, not to bore you and do that, I have another 3 farms of this going on up here. I hope to be able to, within another day or 2, completely condense, completely get the souls all the way to max and all my guys. So working on that. I won't bore you and pick up every dang egg. Couple of other interesting things. Want to show you. This I was a little disappointed about. I'll waste one just to show you. Ooh, look at that. It's probably a perfect one too. Let's just make sure it's not an alpha. Nope, not perfect. It's a little disappointed. Some pals don't give you anything. Look at this. I put a Bellinor in here. I was like, ooh, I'm going to get something real good from this. What? It doesn't give you anything, which sucks. However, I found, let me see. Oh, I don't have them breeding right now. However, it seems like Celine pretty much always gave me, like, I think on every single one, ancient civilization parts and sapphires, which pretty cool. If you do it on dragons and stuff, you'll get your dragon stones and all these resources. If you're short on them, if you need them, great way to get them. And is probably for electric organs, for a lot of these things, very likely could be one of the best ways to stock up. Other important things. Let's see here. Oh, we got another soul stuck in here. I actually got, from one of the Anubis, I've disassembled hundreds, if not thousands, of Anubis at this point. I actually got the Ring of the Earth and a +2 version, which I almost never see these. Super rare drop to get, but it actually dropped it. So that's telling me this is likely Anubis's rare drop. It's telling me it might. I know in the past it was actually possible to do this, but it's possible that from disassembling still in there is rare drop chances to get the special items that each particular pal can drop. So again, Anubis, I believe this is what's assigned to him. I don't know. I'm guessing because this is what I actually got. But things like the rocket launcher, I don't know. Maybe it's possible if you disassembled enough jet dragons that you could actually get the drop still. I had thought it was patched out, but I don't know. Something to think about. Anywho, the next thing is, of course, these cow dudes. The Matsurinas. they are going to be huge as well, because I'd like to be able to get for our next battle enough cheeseburgers that I can literally, if I wanted to, pre-feed every single pal a cheeseburger that I plan to go into the fight, because I think it does actually remember for a certain period of time what they had been fed. Again, this is a mechanic. I should probably look it up more. I probably will, but either way, I want to be able to rock on my player cheeseburgers constantly. And this is what I'm talking about. Gotta have the electric kitchen to be able to craft it. But these bad boys, the mozzarella cheeseburger, they're going to give us an additional 20% in attack. Now, I probably should also have a couple of other things as well. I know another good item to get the 20% boost is these Loco Mocos from the deer. They're actually not as costly, so that's a possibility. And then there's the defensive items also from the deer. Or let me see, where's the other defensive one? There's a bunch of 10% ones, then a couple that are 20%. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Right now, I'm just focused on the cheeseburger. We'll circle back if I need to do more. Again, you know, we'll see how it goes. But for the cows, again, any of the pals that are alphas that you put into the disassembler, you are going to get those, ancient civilization parts. Be nice if you could get the cubes from somebody. That's what I wish. The raid bosses, if you grinded them up, they give you the cubes. I guess that would be a bit OP, but hey, some of this stuff already is pretty overpowered. So again, the stuff is not free. They're costing me cakes and the time, and I don't use any of the boosted settings for my breeding. So, anyway, bada boom. As you can see, I am stocking up on these cheeseburgers. Now, for other things, I need to be able to get all of my tomatoes and all that sort of good stuff. Why don't we go ahead and grab this and this right now. Let's head over to my other base. I'm probably going to need some... Actually, we'll get the tomatoes. And I'll show you what all my different bases are right now for what I am setting up. So over here, this is, was at one time my coal base, is the main reason for me being set up over here. However, coal is not really that important since we have the actual farms that I can slap down that have them. So I probably should move from this spot. This was one of the few spots at the time when I did this that had actual both metal and coal both in the same spot where you can put a base. Plus, it's kind of nice. It's at the top of a hill, and it literally does not get raided. If you're in any spots that are in places like this, you just don't get pal raids. So super, super nice, super handy dandy. But at this point, this really is kind of just an extra base that I don't necessarily need because I have other bases that do just about everything it does, with exception of my farm. Over here, very important, you're going to want to have tons of wheat farms. I just started switching over to adding in more berries, and then also to where I do my lettuce and tomato, which I currently use as my main source of food for pals, just because it's pretty inexpensive to make, doesn't weigh that much, and it gives you a lot of sanity points. So pretty nice little thing to do. But in any case, this is also, though, where I have my tomatoes. So let's go ahead, grab the tomatoes. Let's grab you. Let's also grab the berries. And let's go head on over because we're going to cook this all up at my base that kind of does everything this does. What I'm probably going to do is rip this down and just have a straight farm at a base. And I might try and I want to do it at a new oil spot. This was an area that I was highly considering because it has oil, and I no longer have a quartz farm. However, just to show you, you definitely need a quartz farm, but I had a quartz farm for a long time. I got plenty of quartz. I'm not running out anytime soon, so I ripped that up. All right, let's go over to our newest base. And, wow, taking forever to load in. Some days is our oil base, so to speak. And it's got all the different farms for harvesting metal and all that sort of stuff. I have these resources just coming out of my ears. I have way more than I need, but, you know, it's just something to do. I suppose I could always set up a farm over here, too. But currently, this is just because I have the extra space in here and the guys that can cook. This is where I've been processing most all of my cakes. To make cake, you need milk, you need eggs, you need flour, you need honey. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So you need to have a berry farm, which you can do two ways, having in the crop plots, or you can have what I actually have over here. I've been trying them out. I got to condense them. This dude, he'll actually just make berries in one of these farms. So kind of handy dandy. So you need that. Do we really have to deal with those guys right now? You need to have the wheat farm, like I said, for the flour. You need to have cows to make the milk. You need chicken for the eggs, and you need bees for the honey. But once you have these things set up, it goes actually pretty quickly. But what we came over here for were the cheeseburgers, because we needed the tomatoes, the milk, and the flowers. So pretty pricey food, but definitely going to be worth it. And we are able to get all the meat that we need. All right, let me handle all these guys. They can't actually get to my base, but they can be annoying at times. We all finished? Not quite. Let's get them finished up. Get my stamina back. Goodbye, goodbye. Where else do we have somebody? Oh, he survived. Come here, bro. Put you out of your misery. These raids, by the way, too, before I realized about this pal trick, depending on the guys that raid your base, they can have really nice drops. All right, come here. You the final one. Get! All right, all set. And you can see having the base defenses, it's real nice, because if I wanted to ignore it, I could. And I have to say, these walls are kind of insane. They don't take damage at all. Like, you don't have to repair them, which is really nice. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's wait. Let's get the rest of our cheeseburgers. In fact, I can just leave them here and let them cook. It's no biggie. And I'm going to set up two because we got a whole bunch more. Whole bunch of cakes. Awesome. And really, if you have the farms going, the more farms that you have, the quicker you're able to make the cakes. I have so many breeding things going. I, on a daily basis, make thousands of cakes. It's crazy. And one of the biggest things to be able to do that, of course, is you want to have fully condensed farm pals to be able to drop way more. In the time that it takes for a normal chicken to lay one egg, I'm going to get pretty much 4 eggs. I believe it's 4 per drop because it's fully condensed. All right, cool. We'll let those guys finish. It's night. I want them to get their sleepy time in. And let's go ahead, head back to the base and talk about the next factor. Ooh, you know, one point, I assume that everyone knows this. You know, there's a lot of things when you play a game a lot, you assume that just everybody knows. But I may have glazed over the fact that being able to have the large pal souls, it doesn't mean we only have large pal souls. You can, through using the, I believe it's the grinder. We'll go do it in a second. We can convert these large pal souls to either medium souls or to small souls, as long as you have a water pal. I think the ice thing might do it too, the new one that's added. But for sure the water one, that's going to be what we use. Let's just see here. Come on, buddy. I wish I could just spam the right click. But it does not allow it. All right. So here I'm getting... Jeez, so many. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, is that everybody? All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and toss. Bada boom. Let's grab... I already have a whole bunch of them. I need to make some more medium pal souls. So let's go ahead, grab half of those. In fact, let's just grab them all, because I'll get so many large ones later. Let's head over to my my farming base where I have my water guys. And in this thing right here, where you can go, and normally it's where I make my palladium fragments. You can convert, if you have medium souls, convert them to large. We already have large, so we're converting it back to medium. So boom. And it's going to make, you get 2 for every 1. So pretty good deal. Come on, somebody, get over here. I don't have anyone specifically for this. You coming? Oh my goodness, bro. Let's go ahead and assign them. See, I don't like to have them assigned because normally I just set things and then I leave. Which one's actually... Okay, this one's working right now. Let's go ahead and assign you. All right, move it, buddy. Get to work. Okay, I can see this probably what I just set this guy down so it would be closer to the teleporter for you guys. And as you can see, it goes pretty quick. Awesome, so let's acquire it. And then if I wanted to make them into small pal souls, it will give me 2 small pal souls for every medium pal soul that we just got. Or we can up convert if we want, or we can up convert back to large. So it's a pretty good deal. It definitely, getting the large ones is by far the best. All right, let's unassign him. All right, perfect. So we can just go ahead and do whatever we need. Normally I use these ones, but yeah, this one, I need to turn it around. So I am going to actually break it because a lot of these are directional. All right, boom. Boom. All right, awesome. So you can convert the pal souls. Again, moral of the story. So let's get back to the base. And for even those of you that don't completely understand still, that are new, that are coming and watching, let's go ahead and up convert a guy. Oh, crap. I took all my large pal souls, didn't I? All right, but see, we just got a crap ton of them. Let me go hatch out a few more eggs so we get the large ones back. All right, just finishing up. There we go. Oh, it is so good. Sorry, guys. You're just getting decondensed or disassembled. Don't worry. You're okay. You just disassembled. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at what exactly this does again. So 84 pal souls from that. Not bad. Let's go ahead and see what guys do I still need to condense. So I'm just about done with all my Jormuntides. Let's go ahead and dump these guys out. I wish you could do this without having to take them into your inventory, but let's see here. All right, so there we go. I broke down and I condensed a couple of my worker guys, Jormuntides, just because I wanted to make sure that we had enough. And we're down to the point, I messed up and did 40 on that one. All right, let's go ahead. So we have 2 full parties of Jormuntides, which I think is going to be more than enough. But anyway, so with these pal souls, you basically go to the Anubis statue, which is called, what are you called? Where's your name? I guess it doesn't have an inventory. All right, well, the Anubis thing, you know what it is. You go ahead and here, it'll tell you how many pal souls you have in inventories around you or on your player. We can boost health, attack, defense, or work speed. That's where I said I messed up and I did 40. I put work speed on an attacker, but now we want. Anyway, the first times you do it, these are the small pal souls. Takes 1, takes 2, takes 3, takes 4. Boom. So that was 10 in total just for that one thing. Then it's going to go to the medium souls. Takes 1, takes 2, takes 3. So that's 6 medium souls. And then takes 1, takes 2, takes 3, maxed. So 6 of the large pal souls. You got to do this on attack, health, and defense. So in total, to do a single pal all the way up, it's going to take 30 small, 18 medium, 18 large. So it's not cheap. It is not cheap. And we have to do this for so many of them. But what this does is, look at this guy's stats versus this guy's. Substantial difference. You know what? Those ones aren't good ones to compare because they don't have the exact same. But you get the idea. There is a dramatic difference. And that's why this is going to substantially help us in the battle that we were not able to finish because the majority of guys I was using had no souls on them. But this is why it's going to take time. Now, the Jormuntides, as I said, are just about finished, but what is not finished are the pals that we're going to be using once it converts to electric type. So it starts off as a dragon fire. And this is probably the best you can do because dragon against dragon's going to be, I think you get resistance a little bit. It's going to be neutral or resist, but then it's a dragon fire. The water absolutely is going to resist. So this is the strongest pal there is, the Jormuntide. That is, oh, and we went over, let's see by what. There we go. So, got to get more large pal souls, but luckily, that's not an issue. That was the last one, so up to 27. So, again, I'll get to that. But this is going to be, for its first form, the absolute strongest pal that you can run. Now, once it gets to the electric form, and I believe it's just straight electric, but it's probably going to still have some either dragon or fire type moves. I can't remember if it keeps any of either the dragon or the fire, but this is basically who we're up against. So once it changes to the electric, that obviously is not going to be good for the Jormuntide. So we need to switch to another pal. If we went by the same metric, this would Orzurk might be a decent one to go against just because it would have the resists, but it's also probably not going to have anything that hits it strongly. He also, in general, is not the strongest pal. I'm going to, at least what I have been going for, I'm going to probably go to the Bellinors just because Bellinor is insane. Like, really good moves, really strong. And if it doesn't keep the dragon typing, it's not going to resist. That's the biggest issue with Bellinor is that she's a dark type and dragon type both resist dark and is super effective against dark. Unfortunately, but Bellinor is the previous raid boss, is extremely strong, and I think is going to be one of the ways that we go. So we have a full page of Bellinors. And part of the reason why also is I just hadn't been prepared for this, and it takes a long time. Ground type could be a very strong type against it. I don't think there's a legendary ground type that's like super good. But I've got a couple of the Noklums. I've got, of course, the Anubis that I'm breeding right now. I'm going to have all them as well. Not all of them are fully condensed, and in here right now, it doesn't matter what we're getting, so I even have some worker ones going, but I think I have 5 or 6 Anubis, and then other potential good ones, I don't know. I just have pretty much everyone else that I have fully condensed, and and whatnot going for me. There's just no other really like great options that I have. Of course, we could do the Blazamuts. I do plan to have them fully sold up for the battle. I also have the Jet Dragons, which again, they're probably not going to be hitting for great damage, but you know, it's something, and they're fully condensed. And then Suzaku's, these I'm going to do in 2. They're kind of a poor man's Jormuntide, I guess you could say. And that's really about it. But I'm hoping the electric phase won't be as bad. At least taking on the non-ultra, it was nothing. So I'm hoping that just the Bellinors and then some scattered ground guys, you know, and just strong hitters will be enough. We're going to find out. Because if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to start breeding up a whole bunch more ground types and possibly Orzerks, which I just don't have a ton of. So that's the strategy there. Now, what I could do to maximize, depending, I kind of feel like with the Bellinor, her moves are just best. Plus, she gets the stab bonus, the same type attack bonus for moves that she is the same type as. But I always could teach her some moves and possibly have her switch to something else. But that brings me to the other issue. I, on my Jormuntides, had been running this moveset right here. So Aqua Burst, Hydro Laser, probably some of the strongest and best water moves. But this third move, the Dragon Meteor, I had, in my thinking, the reason I left it on is because, yeah, the guy probably resists it, but it's a 150 move, plus it's going to get the stab from the dragon, and so I thought, you know, it's probably best to just leave it. However, after that battle, I kind of feel like maybe we should reconsider and just go 3 straight water moves. Now, the only inherent other move that this guy knows is Aqua Gun, which on the plus side, the countdown timer is only 4, so it's not bad, but it really doesn't do that much power. It may be what I resort to for the vast majority of these guys, but we do have a couple of other options. Now, one, yes, you can breed to get other moves past your guy. We're kind of beyond that point. If I don't already have them on, it's not going to happen. But these are, let's go ahead and pull these out so that we can just look at them. These are all the other, at least that I have, skill fruits for water. So Aqua Gun, I believe that's the one we just talked about, so that's not going to be a thing. There's Aqua Burst, which I think he already knows Aqua Burst. I think that was one of the moves he already knew. So that's out. That one he already knows. Hydro Laser, he already knows. That's probably the best one I've seen. Now, Hydro Jet, there's Bubble Blast. There's Acid Rain. Somebody in the comments was suggesting Acid Rain as being a good one. I think I want to try that out. So we'll teach that to him. And then we have Splash. This one actually is pretty good. I only have 3 skill fruits for it, but definitely a potential. And then this one, Wall Splash. This one I only have 1 fruit for, but I feel like that might be the best third move to go with. So why don't we try these out real quick, and we can see what we think. Because I'm not even sure what the moves do, to be completely honest with you. So let's go ahead. I'm going to teach to this guy, to this guy, and to this guy potentially. And then let's go ahead and grab you and grab you. I just want to see what these moves do, because I have no clue. And close up. Let me in. Come on, close. I hate these stupid doors. All right, so let's start off with, this was the most powerful one. Let's learn Wall Splash on you. Or curtain splash? That's weird. Let's teach acid rain to you. And this splash, let's teach to you. All right, so each of those now have a third move. Let's get them assigned. So you, sir, get the curtain splash. I swear that said wall splash. All right, acid rain. And other splash. All right, cool. Let's go find out what these do. So we're going to go up against, man, it's probably the worst boss to try him against. Just because he's going to resist water, but we're so strong. All right, so I want to see, let's see what Curtain Splash does. Come here, bro. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and say that's a pretty good one. It does have a longer timer, but it's not unbearable. So that's the other strategy too, is it when you have guys that have 3 long moves, they do their moves, but then they kind of, they just sit there and take damage. Can I dismount, please? So it is not ideal in that circumstance. There's our Hydro Laser. All right, let's see what Acid Rain is. All right, I guess we're doing it on you, buddy. Oh. That is kind of cool. And it seems like it lasts a while, and it doesn't have that long of a cooldown. So yeah, that's definitely, I think I'm going to teach that to a whole bunch of them. And then finally, let's see what just straight splash does. All right, come here, buddy. Oh, okay. Okay, I've seen that move before. So that one's probably not a bad one either, and it's a nice ranged attack. I definitely, I think the first 2 that we did were the more ideal. But I'm gonna teach. We have a whole bunch of that acid rain, so we're gonna teach a bunch of our pals that. So I think between all those different things is gonna be the biggies that help us. We touched on, of course, getting the guys fully sold up. We touched on the food, the move sets, and then I talked about who we're gonna be using. Obviously, for the majority, it's gonna be the Jormuntides. For the rest of them, it's going to be Bellinor and then as many grounds and electric and whatever types that I can manage to get my hands on. And I think as far as what I'm going to be rocking, it's mostly going to be rocket launchers, missiles, assault rifle. I got to be better on just me plowing in as much as I can while I can. And then lastly, of course, we have this dude that we're going to be riding because he boosts, applies water damage to the attacker. And then as far as the other, we are going to have, for the rest of our party, Gobfins, because while in team increases players' attack power. So that's, we're going to have 4 Gobfins and this dude. And then shoot off of them, just like we did last time. So I think that is about it. If there's anything else that I'm overlooking or I have not personally thought about, definitely let me know in the comments. We should hopefully next episode be doing our rematch of the Blazamut Ryu. So hopefully we actually get it. Of course, the Ultra. We've already defeated the other one. And also, if there's anything else cool for pals, I've had the pal assembler for probably only a day or 2 now. Tell me what other pals are of interest that I might like to know about. Not necessarily for this fight, but just give really kind of cool, unique, useful things when you disassemble them, such as the pal souls, such as whatever. Let me know. I'm kind of curious if I only have one of them. I've been waiting to get a second for breeding, but I'm kind of curious. I don't know if the Mimog, if you can grind them to get the dog coins. If you could, that would be super cool. I'm sure these guys, you probably get mushrooms or something. I haven't even ground up one of these guys yet. So that, all interesting things. In fact, why don't we go ahead? Let's grind one up. All right, your males. Is there any of them? Okay, we can do you. I'm just curious, because sometimes the rarer guys to get might grind for better stuff. All right, what are you going to give? Nothing. Oh, hey, I thought so. So look at that. That guy grinds for the meteorite fragments. So that would by far be the best way to get those, if that's something you like to rock with that new meteorite launcher. And there might even be rare drops that he has too. So things like that. If there's cool stuff, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. As you always do, please remember to show that amazing support by slamming that thumbs up button. It helps me out oh so much. Leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And definitely come check out the Discord. We do have a Palworld server that is over there if you're looking for a place to play. In any case, I'll see you guys next time. It might even be as soon as tomorrow. So, see you then. Thanks for watching. As always, peace out.